Why the Bible you read today isn't the same as 400 years ago. Most people think the Bible is fixed, forever the same. But that's not the whole story. Over the last 400 years, words have been shifted, verses footnoted, whole books removed. And here's a strange whisper. Much of this reshaping came in the centuries after the sun itself fell quiet. The Maunder Minimum, a time of cold, famine, and plague. Some saw it as history, others as prophecy lived out, the echo of riders moving across the earth. Scholars discovered older manuscripts, and verses that once stood tall in the King James were suddenly absent, like 1 John 5:7, the Trinity verse, gone or tucked into the footnotes. To academics, this was correction. To believers, it felt like the ground shifted under their feet. Source: Bill Mounts. Do modern translations deny the Trinity? The Apocrypha once bridged old and new. By the 1800s, Protestant publishers stripped it away. Catholic and Orthodox Bibles kept them, but Protestants lost that continuity. Without them, history feels thinner, as if 4 centuries of struggle and hope were swallowed by silence. Source: Britannica, Apocrypha. Language changes meaning. In the 1600s, charity meant selfless sacrifice. Today, it's love. Softer, more emotional. Updating words makes them clearer, but it can also dull the sharp edge of what faith once demanded. Some of the most loved stories, like the woman caught in adultery or the long ending of Mark with miracles and signs, are now flagged as questionable. The words remain, but bracketed in doubt, and every bracket plants a seed. Is this real or not? Sources: Bible Gateway, John 7:53, 8:11, Mark 16:9-20. History tells us the Maunder Minimum was a time of cold and crop failure. Wars raged, plague returned. Empires rose and fell. To some, it looked like the 4 horsemen had already ridden: conquest, war, famine, and death. And in that same shadow, the text itself began to shift. Maybe coincidence, or maybe the riders left more than scars in the fields. Maybe they left fingerprints in the pages. All of this changes how faith feels. Certainty turns to doubt when words are missing. The Lord's Prayer ends without triumph. Satan's name becomes a metaphor. History grows thinner without the Apocrypha. Even honest scholarship can make Scripture feel less like a fortress and more like shifting sand. Most scholars worked in good faith, chasing accuracy, modernizing language, being transparent about evidence. But whispers remain. Verses of power softened, miracles questioned, history shortened. And some say the timing was too perfect. A quiet sun, a cold earth, and many voices shaping many edits. Some call it coincidence. Others call it legion. Sources: Johannine Kama, 00 Wikipedia. Development of OT Canon, 00 Wikipedia. The gospel hasn't been erased, but the way it's packaged has changed. And packaging shapes perception. For some, that means clarity. For others, it feels like erosion. And for a few, it feels like the writers of old left their mark. So you decide, were these changes honest corrections or whispers of something riding through history? If you want the receipts, check the links in the description. And if you want more deep dives into hidden history, faith, and the echoes between, subscribe to Hypernatural. Truth doesn't change, but perception does.